The purpose of this video is promoting multiculturalism, bilingualism, appreciation for diversity, and culturally responsive teaching. Good morning, future teachers of America. According to Brain Insights, children already have 90% of their brains developed by age 5. We as teachers are putting in a position where we can make lasting impressions on these children. To help promote English learners' language development, we should focus on a few key points. These key points will be writing, reading, speaking, and listening. Writing is one of the most difficult parts of language acquisition and can easily be looked over. Some ways to make students learn the language by writing is to differentiate the writing activities. According to Color in Colorado, differentiated activities is a great teaching tool when working with students with a wide range of English language skills. Another great activity to use, according to Color in Colorado, is using contained poems which prove great flexibility in grade level and language skills. The University of Nebraska says that reading habit is best formed at a young impressionable age in school, but once formed it can last one's lifetime. Setting up reading stations with audio tapes that go through books at the language learner's pace can be a great tool in getting ELL students excited to read. According to the U.S. Department of State, ELL students will go through a so-called silent period where they'll be quiet during class because they're adjusting to the new environment and culture. This time can prove awkward not only for the students but for the teachers as well. A factor that affects language acquisition according to the state government is personal traits. Teachers need to plan their class according to the learning style of their students. Extroverted ELL students will be quick into initiating verbal interactions with peers, while introverted students might be quiet and refrain from socializing. While observing ELL students, it's important to take into account their personalities. To get a better gauge of students' normal behavior, try to reach out to parents to make sure they know how their child is acting and participating in class, to make sure it's nothing out of the ordinary. Listening is the first and basic step in language acquisition, where the students will get a good grasp on the language. Teachers need to make sure that they're not only listening but trying to understand as well. According to Frankfurt International School, beginning learners will find it easier to understand speech that's clearly enunciated and relatively slow. Teachers need to keep in mind that a simple conversation between a teacher can be a learning opportunity.
Is biliteracy. According to the definition of Colorín Colorado, biliteracy is the ability to effectively communicate or understand written thoughts and ideas through the grammatical systems, vocabularies, and written symbols of two different languages. It is important for schools to start a bilingual or a dual language program at a young age so that students progress as the years go by. When students start learning two languages in kinder, once they are in middle school, it will have greatly impacted their lives. Teachers should select books that target different cultures. By doing this, students are exposed to different cultures other than their own, learning more about other people, the way they live, and their ideas. A good way to promote multiculturalism is by reading books written by people from different countries. Students reading books about their culture will spark conversations in the classroom about their home life and culture. One example of a multicultural book can be I Love Saturdays and Domingos by Alma Flor Ada. The main character explains that on Saturdays, she spends the days with her grandparents, and on Sundays, she spends the day with her abuelos. As a reader, we can see the difference in cultures. As teachers promoting a culturally diverse environment, it is important to discuss with parents, students, and even colleagues about the benefits of being bilingual. According to Colorín Colorado, knowing two languages opens up a whole world of possibilities, from better job opportunities in the future to development in different parts of the brain. It is essential to share these benefits so more people understand the importance of being bilingual and biliterate. These can be shared to those who do not see the advantages of knowing two languages. Encouraging exposure to different types of culture through culture artifacts is one way that teachers can make learning more engaging and meaningful for students. Teachers can assign homeworks for students to bring something that reminds them of home or their culture to show and tell. Students will be able to share their experiences and even their traditions with their class members. Teachers can also have a section in the classroom designed for artifacts or different things from cultures around the world. It is crucial for students to be engaged with the materials for them to have a better understanding of these cultures. We hope that all of this important and useful information will be applied in classrooms all over. We are one world, and we need to learn about one another. It starts in the classroom.